Hello, konnichiwa. I'm from Tokyo, Japan. As kind announcement like that, and so I'm really glad to share the importance of a democratic university here in Finland, and I really thank for the hard efforts of Malko and other Finnish article organizers. And so I want to start my speech about higher education, democratic university. It is really important to have a democratic university in Japan. And I want to show the background of such demands. In Japan, many school-age students, 170,000 students, leave regular schools because there are so many problems at the regular school system, bullying, even corporal punishment, school cliques, and so on. And they are called school-refusing children. So, but that expression is not quite right because they don't refuse education, but this implies they refuse education. And most of the so-called school-refusing children stay at home or go to democratic schools. So it's quite a big number. But they're teenagers or younger than that, so they go to democratic schools. But my speech is about democratic university. So there's another demand. I want to ask you, have you ever heard about the word hikikomori? If you know the word, please raise your hand. Hikikomori? Only a few. Thank you. Hikikomori is the word. Mainly, they stayed at home without going out. They're in their 20s and 30s, mostly. This is the statistics by the government. Nearly 700,000 youth are staying at home. Of course, I have to say, it's a little bit difficult to explain, but they say they have a fear of the other people. So that's why they stay at home. Of course, they want to have a relationship with the other people, and they want to do something and something, but it's not easy at all for them. So they stay at home. Why they have such a fear for the other people, it explains a little bit. So this is another statistics, so international statistics. It says less than half of Japanese youth satisfied with the person. So comparing with the other statistics, Swedish, French, German, American, British, Korean, majority young people satisfied with the self, but less than half of Japanese do like that. So I need to explain a little bit about Japanese social background. Quite often in Tokyo, we have a very funny phrase at the railway station. So they say, we apologize, the coming train will be 2 minutes late or 1 minute late or something like that. So it may be very strange for you, but in Japanese society, they have to apologize a minute late or something like that because it must be on time. And it means efficiency is so important in Japan. And it's connected with the next element. So standard is also very important. So very efficiently things to do. We must do things in a very certain way. Excuse me. And then another phenomena is going on. So nowadays, not only young people, but also elder people, not so old people, but quite a few Japanese people have a music device, smartphones, and so on. So if you come to Japan and you ride on the train, maybe you will see many Japanese people are using such digital devices, and they concentrate on in their world. So some scholars said that is self area. They concentrate on their world, so they do not pay attention to outside of the person's world. So this kind of phenomena is going on. Oops. So this is another statistic about bullying, but you may know we have a very much problem of bullying in Japan. Modern bullying is different from classical bullying. So this words maybe phrase is a bit strange, but of course, since all time, young people have a conflict among each other. But modern bullying, one person is a target of bullying. So the group of people attack the person, and the rest of the people just keep quiet. So this type of bullying we have since 1970s. So since then we have a very serious problem. But nowadays it's quite sad to know, not only in Japan, but also in many parts of the world, we have a problem of bullying. Actually, not only bullying, but also hikikomori becomes international. 2002, the year 2002, BBC had a special program about hikikomori, youth staying at home. So they say, the missing million. Actually, one statistic said a few million of young Japanese staying at home. So at that time, BBC reported this is a very Japanese phenomena. But this article shows another thing. So French scholars and Japanese scholars make a study about hikikomori, the youth staying at home, because in France, they have a hikikomori youth. So next one. This is a newsletter of Yale University in America. So they say they have a hikikomori youth in America. So probably, maybe in the near future, more hikikomori youth we may have in the world. From now, I want to share the story of one girl. Fumi is the name of the girl. So when she came to Tokyo Shure, she had a bullying, but she was okay about bullying. But she didn't like the way of the school. So everything is decided by the teachers, and they have to compete each other. I mean, the academic marks competition. So when she is 12 years old, she wrote an essay. So she doesn't like this part and that part, and she cannot understand this way of doing things at school. She wrote an essay, and she handed it to the principal. And then this is kind of a declaration for her. So after she handed her essay to the principal, she left the school. But in Japan, of course, we have a compulsory education. So she left the school, but there is no place for her to go by the society. And her parents tried to find a place for her. And then she came to Tokyo Shure. And she is recognized as a school refusing children. And in Japan, people in the society recognize such a student as a dropout student, and they had to say people treated them in a proper way. And after she came to Tokyo Shure, she was so active. She organized several activities, and she planned one of the first international activity at Tokyo Shure, and so on. And we have quite often visitors from Japan and outside of Japan, and quite often we have sessions, democratic students and visitors. And she's active, so quite often she spoke her experience, and she said she left school because she didn't want to be a robot, which was manipulated by the society. So she said she tries to be herself. So that's why she was studying at democratic school. And so she did very interesting things with the other kids, and then she graduated from Tokyo Shure. But after she left Tokyo Shure, she had a very hard time because the society treated her as an ex-school refusing children. So she was labeled as an ignorant, unsociable, impatient person. But she's not. But still, people in the society have such a biased view on school refusing children. So for a few years, 3-4 years, she tries to find a place she can deepen her curiosity. But almost all the places she visited, she was treated in a bad way. So gradually, she felt she may be not, how to say, good person. So she internalized the view on her by the society. So she had a very hard time. So it's a very sad story of Fumi until that point. But Fumi's story is not the exceptional ones. We have many Fumi in Japanese society. And actually, not only school refusing young people, but also many Japanese people have a similar kind of experience. So more and more young people have a depression experience, and young people experience wrist cutting, especially girls. And the biggest number of the death of young people in their 20s is suicide. And we had some indiscriminate killing. Sometimes they say they cannot commit suicide, so they did such a killing. So like that, we had a very difficult situation. So what we can do is that group of young people, half of them are graduates of Tokyo Shure, and the others are home-educated people or some others. So in 1998, so such a group of young people and I and some other staff members had an opportunity to talk about what we can do and what they want to have. So they say, young people say, they want to have place where they can study freely and they can know about themselves deeply. But there is no place. So they decided, they make it. So 6 young people and I made a committee, and we started alternative democratic university in 1999. It was a very exciting time, but at the same time, it was a little bit difficult time because there was no reference. So, oops. Okay. So sorry. So we had a huge freedom, but we don't know the process properly, and we had a many discussion. We decided the place of Shore University and how much tuition fee they pay to sustain Shore University and so on. So at the end, we got 2 small rooms of the building in central part of Tokyo. So that is the beginning of Shore University. And so through that experience, the students, young people think they can make it. So they can do what they want to do. But still at the beginning, they do not know how to say. They are not so sure what kind of thing they can do. So they try to find interesting things for them. So we had a project of building solar power car and film project, drama project with a specialists and so on. So these projects are so interesting for them, and they through the experience they got confidence. They can do what they want to do. But they also find out there are difficulties. So that's internalized difficulty from the society. They internalized the biased view on young people, especially so-called school-refusing children and youth. So the liberation of such an internalized view is very necessary. So we found. And we have many activities for these kind of issues. So at Shore University, like the other democratic schools, there is no compulsory classes, and so lengths of studies are not set. So each individual student can decide it. And so student directed that not only the study of the self, but also the university. So when we hire staff members, we had an interview of the coming staff members like that. And they make a year plan of their study, and at the end of the year, they make a presentation for all the students. And the graduation is very funny. The student who is going to graduate is make a big presentation of the person's whole study. It takes an hour, and then he or she may have another hour of question and answers, and after that, we have the clapping of the destiny. So if the audience student think it's good for the student to graduate at this time, they may big clapping. But if the audience students think, oh, it's too early to graduate for that person, maybe the person makes very small clapping. So maybe nothing. So the sound of the clapping express how the audience student feel or think about the graduation of that person, and it doesn't make the graduation. After listening the sound of the clapping, the student decide by him or herself. So self-determination is very important. So these kind of things are invented and decided by the students. So this is a picture of such a presentation of graduate. So she studied about drama, and she talked about what is drama for her and what kind of drama she wants to do and so on. But she also showed a very short drama in front of the all students. And these are the words, important words for her. The biggest one says, "Who am I?" So she got "Who am I?" answer at Shuri University. So to know who am I is a very important question for Shuri University students. And through the study of Shuri University, they try to get the answer, who am I? And not only that question brings not only the understanding of the self, but also it also brings the understanding of the friends and the society. It's also an important thing. And another big issue is creating own lifestyle. So in Japan, quite often we say people ride on the train. So the railway is already set by the society, but they prefer not ride on the train. So they try to build own lifestyle. So that's a really important thing. Okay. They try to find out their interest, and they want to have experience in that field. So these are the class of web design. This is the editorial design workshop, and visual design one, filming. And they quite often they sell these works of them. And they also research interesting way of life values, and they try to have their own view about their lifestyle. So this is, at the time, they invited a professional actress, and they learned from her experience. So that is the, how to say, what we do. And so graduates also support Shuri University. Creators 440 is social enterprise. And they do various kind of social things. And they also support democratic schools, not only Tokyo Shule, but also the other democratic schools. And today, what I want to share is that for young people, it's really important. They can deepen their, how to say, interest and liberalize their difficulties inside of them. And democratic university is best place for them to do such a thing. And I hope you can start your democratic university in your society with your friends or young people in your society. It's possible. And it is my dream. The network of democratic university in the world has a network in the world. So if we can have such a network of democratic universities, so we can make this world better. So that's my presentation. Thank you very much for your listening.
Thank you very much, Kageki Asakura. And if it's now possible, it's possible to make comments or a question to Kageki. So if you want to ask something or say something. Okay. Here is one.
Jerry Mintz, Arrow, New York. It seems to me that there aren't very many democratic universities compared to democratic schools for younger people. And I wonder why you think that might be, and if you actually know of any actual democratic school in the United States, for example.
I'm sorry, because of the echo, I cannot hear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said, it seems like there aren't many democratic schools around the world compared to for younger people. I wonder why you think that is, and if you actually know of any actual democratic schools or universities in the United States, for example.
You mean you have many democratic universities in the States?
Yeah, in the actual democratic university, or you know, in the United States. Do you know of any, and why do you think there aren't so many compared to for younger kids? Yeah.
I know some democratic universities in the world, and unfortunately, we don't have enough opportunities to meet together. We have some good meetings with the other university or colleges in the world. As I understand, Jerry asked me why we have more democratic schools in teenagers or earlier age stage, and not why only a limited number of democratic universities we have. So in Japanese situation, because of the in Japanese case, we have many so-called school refusing children. So people think we need to do something for them, and people think university students have freedom at ordinary university. People think so they don't think it's necessary to have a democratic university, but the situation is not like that. Many Japanese university students do not think they have much freedom at regular universities. So there might be similar situation in the other parts of the world. So many people think university students have more freedom than secondary schools, primary schools, maybe.
And here is the next and the last.
Hi, my name is Julie. I'm from Canada and Germany. A question and something to share. I am a graduate learner, just heading into my thesis with a school called Self-Design Graduate Institute, and it's based in the United States, but it's an online global organization, so anybody can attend. And you don't have to have a Bachelor of Arts necessarily either to be admitted. I think that's exciting and is telling. It's not necessarily democratic in the way maybe a group of friends would start a school, but it is an offering of faculty from all over the world and students from all over the world that meet together in various contexts, in various subjects. There's offerings, and there's also self-directed studies, and so we meet together online and learn in our community. So that's one thing I wanted to share. It's selfdesigninstitute.org. And the other is a question about the network. Does there something currently exist in terms of an online network of democratic universities, or are you suggesting that we create something?
Thank you for the sharing of the information. And about the network, I don't have so much concrete ideas at this moment. So these people, so young people at the democratic universities, they are quite creative. So if you have such a network of democratic universities. So we can think of many solutions to solve the difficulties in the world. So at this moment, we don't have a concrete picture. But if we can have such a network, they will think many interesting and exciting ideas, I think.